So we have no cucumbers at all. Wow, I'm going to enjoy myself, my cucumber, all on my own, aren't I? Wow, okie dokie. Well, we have a lovely cucumberly resplendent couple here, I think, yes. Lady and Lord Cucumber, I think I've just dubbed you. Yes, I've now noted you, Lady and Lord Cucumber. Yes, there we go. Right, okay, well, I've got the cucumber in hand, so I better do it now, haven't I? Right, okie dokie. Here we go. Now, I love my lady garden, as you all know I do. I prune and I do sow. I'm loving all my vegetables. I tend them in my patch. I prune and I do sow. So let's celebrate our vegetables, hold them all aloft, be them straight or rather curvy, or going rather soft. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Raise your cucumbers with pride. Raise your cucumbers and waggle to and fro, be long or be them wide. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Give your neighbor a surprise. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Don't you worry about your size. Now, ladies, without cucumbers, you know, it's really quite all right. If you don't like your cucumbers, you all forget the words. It doesn't matter because you're really quite a sight. So don't celebrate your vegetables, just wave them in the breeze. If you don't like the sensation, then pop it between your knees. Wave your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Wave your cucumbers with pride. Raise your cucumbers and waggle to and fro. Be them long or I'm losing it. Here we go. Wave your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Give your neighbor a surprise. Wave your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Don't you worry about your size. Now, traditionally, this is the third verse, and you know what I don't really know where to go. But don't you worry, if I do forget the words, we all just say potato. So don't be shy, my lovelies, just hold them all aloft. I've done this verse already, but I don't really give a... Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Wave your cucumbers with pride. Wave your cucumbers and waggle to and fro. Be them long or be them wide. Raise whatever. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Give your neighbor a surprise. Wave your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Don't you worry about your size. Now, size isn't really an issue. You know, it really is. It really isn't quite all right. Now, I don't worry about the girth. I don't worry about anything else because I've done it again, haven't I? But I don't care. Here we go. So don't be shy, my lovelies. Just hold them in the air. Wave them. Oh, and with a tambourine, just like you do not care. Here we go. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Raise your cucumbers with pride of the Sally. Raise your cucumbers and waggle to and fro. Be them long or be them wide. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Give your neighbor a surprise. Raise your cucumbers and wave them in the air. Don't you worry about your size. Wave anything you like. Here we go. Raise your cucumbers. Not that, gentlemen. No. Anything else? That's wonderful. Beautiful. Raising them in the air. I can see the venisons over there. Hello, venisons. Oh, wonderful. Who have we got? We've got the Sally, aren't we? We've got Matten Cod. Matten? Did I say that? Yes, you know what I mean. Yes. That's very difficult to say this early in the morning. Anyway, I've just renamed you. And there we go. Beautiful. Well done, everybody. Right, I'm going to treat you to a little poem now. I did this poem on the Friday at the fashion show, and everyone rather liked it. It's a poem because I haven't set it to music yet, but would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
And it's actually, as Lady Elsie says, it is a clean one. But she still don't know what she means about that. But it's a little musing. I thought I'd share it with you. And here we go. Why is phonetically not spelled phonetically? And onomatopoeia not sound like anything else? Why is a spoonerism never a munispism? That's very difficult to say. And why is a palindrome not a palindrome in itself? Why isn't there a contraction of contraction? And why can't we spell dyslexia is really quite absurd. And why does a homonym not have another meaning? And why is abbreviation such an incredibly long word? I'll set that one to music eventually. When I get this fabled fourth album out, I'm not quite entirely sure what happened with that one, but it'll come eventually. Right, how are we doing? Goodness me, we actually started on time. I never thought that we were going to start on time with all these wonderful people milling around, especially with that Hannigan as well. But yes, I was quite surprised. So, as we're on schedule, I don't need to cut anything out. So now I'm going to do a cover version. It's what I've done before. I once did it in lockdown where we weren't able to shout anything out, so we all had to do jazz hands. We can do jazz hands as well to this one. It's a Scottish medley. What's a medley? No, it's not a Scottish medley. It's a Scottish song, and it goes a little something like this. Eventually, I think. When I wake up on a day, I'm gonna wake up when I'm waking up with you. Too much gin. And I wake up, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's waking up with you. And when I haver, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's havering with you. And when I get drunk, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's getting drunk with you. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the one to be the person that will be there at your door when I'm dreaming. Well, I know I'm going to be the one that's dreaming after you. And when I get home, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's getting home with you. And when I am steampunking, well, I know I'm going to be the one to be a steampunk with you. And when I'm something else, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's something else with you. And here we go. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the one to be the one to be there, giving at your door. When I'm working, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's working hard with you. When the money comes in for the work I'll do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. And when I'm promenading, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's promenading with you, Lord Schuller. When I'm working, well, I know I'm going to be the one that's working hard promenading with you. Here we go. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the one to walk 1,000 miles here to your door. That's very good. One more time, I think. One more time. Ian Crichton. And one more time. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the one to walk 1,000 miles, to be there at your door. was rather fitting, actually. Do you feel like you've all walked 500 miles this today? Yes, it did look rather splendid. But I think, yes, that's rather a good little theme tune, I think, for everybody to do sing 500 miles as they're walking. Right, okay, how are we doing? Instead of checking the time, I've just taken a bizarre selfie of myself on my phone. Yes, we'll take a look at that later on. Right, okay. I think it's time for a little bit. Well, I was going to say a little bit of midday drinking, but I think someone else has got there before me with that one, haven't they? Yes. Are you looking forward to seeing Victor and the Bully later? Yes. I've had a little squeeze in the tent already. And Madam Misfit as well today. Woo! Goodness me, you are being absolutely spoiled, aren't you? Have I missed anyone else? Who else is performing? Is Alice doing something today? Oh, I don't know. Oh, well. Anyway, right, so let's stop bigging up other people, shall we? Yes. By the way, yes, buy my merch if you haven't already. And, yes, we have tea towels, which, it's nothing new, by the way, but come and buy it anyway if you want to. I don't mind. Or just come over and have a squeeze with me. I don't mind. You can have a little selfie. I like selfies. Okay. Right, okie dokie. Now, I think this calls for charging your glasses. Has anyone got any gin in their hand at the moment? Oh, yes. He has, apparently. You've got some gin. Good. Okay, lovely. I know, I think they were just waving at somebody else. I'll just wave back again. I don't know who they were. Anyway. Right. So, if you do like what I'm doing, I am Violet Hugh. Go and find me on Facebook, and I'm on Spotify as well, so you can stream me to your heart's content. And I'm going to do this song next. It's called A Little Bit of Gin. I'll have a little bit of gin. Now it's breakfast. Just a little bit of gin to start the day. Pop it in the marmalade or sprinkle over toast. It starts the day most nicely. It's the time I love the most. I'll have a little bit of gin now at breakfast. Just a little bit of gin to start the day. Just a little. Oh, actually, this is a bit more of a level, isn't it? That's rather a big one. I'll have a little bit of gin now at 11. Perhaps a slice of lemon is quite nice. Some people did a coffee or a pot or two of tea. I've tried it once or twice, but it just really wasn't me. I'll have a little bit of gin now at 11. I'm sure I'm not the only one here, especially you, Bob. I'll have a little bit of gin now at lunchtime. It goes so well with sandwiches, you see. Cucumber or chamomile, I'll take a little bite. Refusal of a large one, well, it's really not polite. I'll have a little bit of gin now at lunchtime. Don't knock it till you try it, and you'll see your troubles here. I'll have a little bit of gin now at tea time. Perhaps a slice of cake, or maybe two. I lose count rather quickly, no matter how I try. I find it hard to focus, but I really don't know why. I'll have a little bit of gin now at tea time. The day goes so much quicker, don't you find? I'll have a little bit of gin now at dinner. I keep it in a bottle standing by. I don't know who it is, but someone keeps moving my glass. When I find out who it is, I'll kick them off. I'll have a little bit of gin now at dinner. Yeah, whatever. You know what, let's just cut out the middleman. I'll have a bit of gin now at supper. Just a little sip song, if you will. Or is something else and something else? Just come around the car park and I'll show you the correct lyrics. I will. I'll duff you up. I will. I'll duff you up in a banjo. I will. Here we go. I'll have a little bit of gin. I'll have a little bit of gin. And that is all. What a wonderful moment when you think, I started this note too early. It's a Monday morning. Is it Monday? I've lost count. It is Monday, isn't it? Is the weekend's been a bit of a blur? Yes, good. That's good. Good. Midday and midweek drinking. Yes, that's good. I think that'll be the next Victor and Bully song, midweek drinking, isn't it? Oh dear. It's a bit windy, isn't it? Right, I have come to my very last song now. But don't you worry, we've got some wonderful delights lined up for you today, so don't you worry. And if you do want to come over and chat afterwards, then come over to the merch tent over there. You'll see me resplendent in all my CDs and wonderful things like that, and little cucumber badges as well. Where are you going? You're going before the end of my set. Are you going to buy some merch? That's all right then. Yes, I'll let you. Yes. Or are you just going to have a little poo? Are you going to have a little poo? Big one. Good man. Excellent. Let's all cheer Bob for going to have a little poo. He's such a tart. Anyway, all right. Okay. Right then. I think we've come to the final song, but thank you so much for having me, and I've had you in every single way. And just keep that image in your mind. Right, so I think we all need to do the can-can for this one, so make sure you hitch up your skirts and your breeches or whatever you're wearing, and limber yourself up. So yes, are you ready? Girding those loins. Yes, excellent, here we go. Battenburger, nutty roll, chocolate dip, potato rolls, fondant, fancy Christmas cake, Johnny blondie, brownie, cheesecake, pumpkin bread, and Eccles cake, and a Tony and cherry cake, and birthday cake, and cherry bake, cortato, yes, peach pavlova, date and toffee, sticky buns, chocolate cheesecake, tartan is so much fun, what, no cupcakes, no, we call them fairy cakes, muffin, tiffin, banoffee, and cherry cakes. Tea bread, lamington, and sponge cake, Belgian buns and fruit cake, apple pie, and don't forget pistachio torte moon cake, Parkins con rhubarba, Schreiber and baklava, upside down cake, dates and walnut blue. Tea bread, lamington, and sponge cake, Belgian buns and fruit cake, apple pie, and don't forget pistachio torte moon cake, Parkins con rhubarba, Schreiber and baklava, upside down cake, dates and walnut blue. Chocolate gâteau crème brûlée, deviled food cake and soufflé, petit four inch choux pastry, macarona, Garibaldi, shortbread scones and Florentine, eat a mess of Krispy Kreme, key lime pie, rhubarb pie, sherry pie, any pie, Danish pastry, toffee, toffee, apple, honesty. Tea bread, lamington, and sponge cake, Belgian buns and fruit cake, apple pie, and don't forget the special torte moon cake, Parkins con rhubarb, Schweitzer and baklava, upside down cake, date and walnut loaf. Tea bread, lamington, and sponge cake, Belgian buns and fruit cake, apple pie, and don't forget the special torte moon cake, Parkins con rhubarb, Schweitzer and baklava, upside down cake. Don't forget to bring a dolly, don't be shy, let's not be coily. Forgot to mention carrot cake and pecan pie and shake and bake. Cake, 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 cake. Cake, 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 cake. Thank you very much. I have been Violet Hugh. I will see you in the merch tent very soon. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Lady Violet Hugh, always guaranteed to raise the tone of the asylum. Now, coming up in a couple of minutes' time is going to be the post-apocalyptic meet-up here on the banjo. They're meeting up at they're gathering together in the marquee and be with us in just a moment, which gives me just enough time to remind you a couple of things. The closing ceremony this afternoon at 3:30, we're going to be telling you information about next year's fairy tale event, about Bliss Hill, about Halloween, and most importantly about Asylum 15. We're just coming to the end of Asylum 14, a few hours left, but time is racing away with us. Before we know it, we'll all be thinking about Asylum 15. These wristbands I mentioned the other day, purple wristbands with some nice bright blue writing on them, are a reminder of AXV, which is Asylum 15, and these are on sale for £1 in event control in Castle Square, if there are any left, if you want to get yourself a wristband that you can then wear all year through to Asylum 15. It won't get you into Asylum 15, but it will remind you about it for the next year. Okay, we'll be back in a moment with the post-apocalyptic meet. About to start over there, we have the first inaugural game of cricket at Asylum. There's no ball, so it will be cricket without a ball, which should be very interesting. I'm anticipating some hotly debated calls on exactly where the ball went. So do support the keen cricketers as well as coming to listen to what the post-apocalyptic team have to say in a moment or two. Thank you.